Have you ever been watching anime and just bam, a single line, or maybe like a really intense scream just hits you, gives you goosebumps, maybe even makes you tear up a bit?
Oh, absolutely. That's the power we're talking about, isn't it? It's incredible.
It really is. And that's what we're doing today. A real deep dive into how anime voice actors, how they actually do that, how they bring characters to life in such a powerful way.
Yeah, because it's so much more than just reading lines off a script. It's
Yeah.
way more intense, more demanding than I think most people really get.
Definitely. So let's unpack that. How do they take these drawings, these 2D images, and just inject them with so much feeling, so much energy?
Well, that's the core of it, really. In Japan, they call these actors Seiyuu. And it's not just voice acting as maybe we think of it sometimes. It's often described as full body acting.
Full body acting.
Yeah.
But just using the voice. That sounds kind of contradictory. How does that even work?
Right. It's about channeling everything, the physical tension, the emotion, the character's presence, purely through vocal technique. Breath control, resonance, pitch, pacing, even tiny sounds.
So they have to make you hear the character leaning in or getting punched or whatever is happening physically.
Exactly. A slight change in breathing, the timbre of the voice.
Yeah.
It all paints that physical picture. It's quite a skill.
And isn't there something about when they record that makes it even harder compared to, say, a lot of Western animation?
Ah, yes. That's a huge point. In most anime, the voice acting happens after the animation is finished. It's called post-sync recording.
Okay, so the animation is already done. They're watching the finished visuals.
Right. And they have to match their performance perfectly. The lip flaps, the timing of every gasp or shout, the emotion, it has to sync up precisely with what's on screen, often down to the frame.
Wow. Okay, so zero room for error, basically. That adds a whole other layer of pressure.
Immense pressure. Precision is absolutely key, which, leads you to think about what it actually takes to become a seiyuu. It's clearly not something you just wander into.
No kidding. So if you're thinking this sounds cool, well, brace yourself. The competition in Japan to get into this field is fierce, really fierce.
Extremely. There are dozens of specialized voice acting schools over there, and the training is legendarily tough.
So what does that training actually involve? I mean, obviously acting, right? Pronunciation.
Well, yeah, acting fundamentals, sure. Deep character work, pronunciation, definitely. Breath control is huge, absolutely crucial. But then there's some stuff that might surprise you.
Oh, like what? What's the curveball in Seiyuu school?
Well, how about this? They often train in martial arts.
Wait, martial arts
I-
for voice acting? Seriously, why?
Yeah, it sounds odd at first, right? But think about all those intense battle scenes in anime.
Okay, yeah. The screams, the grunts, the impact sounds.
Exactly. Martial arts training helps them understand the physicality, the core tension, the breath control needed for that, how to generate those sounds realistically and powerfully from their diaphragm, not just their throat. It teaches them how to feel the movement internally to project it vocally.
Huh. So it's about embodying the physicality, even in the booth.
Precisely. Someone described it perfectly, I think they said. It's like stage acting, but trapped in a booth.
That really nails it. Wow. Okay, so beyond acting and, surprisingly, martial arts, is there anything else specific to anime?
Yes, there's a very specific technique called kakego.
Kakego.
It's basically the art of battle cries, reaction sounds, exertion noises. Think about like Goku charging up a Kamehameha.
Oh, yeah. That iconic sound.
Right. Or maybe Eren Yeager's roar of rage and Attack on Titan. Those aren't just random yells.
No, they feel really specific, really powerful.
They are. And delivering those sounds requires incredible stamina, very specific breath support, and frankly, a technique to avoid wrecking their vocal cords night after night. It's a specialized skill within a skill.
Man, when you lay it all out, the competition, the intense training, the martial arts, kakego, the post-sync pressure, it's amazing. No wonder some Seiyuu become absolute legends.
Definitely. Their voices become instantly recognizable, defining characters for decades sometimes.
Like Masako Nozawa, voicing Goku for what, over 30 years now? That's just incredible consistency.
It really is. And think about someone like Megumi Hayashibara, Rael Anami in Evangelion, Faye Valentine in Cowboy Bebop, Lena Inverse in Slayers. She basically defined a whole era of female characters for many fans.
Oh, absolutely. Her voice is those characters. And the range some of them have, like Gunpei Yamaguchi. He's Inuyasha, right? But he's also L from Death Note.
Exactly. Talk about range. From hot-headed demon to cool, detached detective. It's astounding.
And more recently, you have people like Yuki Kaji doing Eren Yeager. The raw emotion he conveys, you just feel it. It's visceral.
It really is. And this level of talent and impact, It translates into serious fame in Japan. Seiyuu can be like pop stars.
Really, like finding autographs, big
Oh,
events.
yeah. Fans line up for live dubbing events where they perform scenes live on stage. They have concerts, fan clubs. It's a whole different level of appreciation compared to, say, voice actors in the West, generally speaking.
The connection fans feel is clearly huge.
Mm.
But of course, anime is global now.
Mm.
Which brings us to dubbing.
Mm-hmm. The original Japanese performances are often, lauded for their intensity, and rightly so, but English dubbing, and dubs in other languages too, have just exploded.
Yeah, the quality and popularity have grown massively, and many English voice actors have built up huge fan followings globally too.
Absolutely. You've got legends in the English dub world too, like Steve Blum as Spike Spiegel. His voice is Spike for a whole generation of fans outside Japan.
Totally. Or Bryce Papenbrook, who also voices Eren in English, and Laura Bailey as Lust in Full Metal Alchemist. So many iconic performances in English too.
Definitely. And it just goes to show, whether it's the original Japanese or a really well done dub.
When it's done right, that emotional impact just cuts through.
Mm.
Language doesn't matter as much. You just feel it, like deep down.
Exactly. You feel it in your soul. Which kind of brings us to a point for you, the listener.
Yeah.
The next time you're watching anime, maybe
Yeah.
pay a little closer attention.
Yeah.
Specifically to the voices. Think about what's going into that performance.
Right. Because every scream, every little whisper, even a laugh,
Yeah.
it isn't just noise. It's hours of training. It's real emotion. It's incredible artistry packed into just seconds of sound.
It's a craft, a really demanding, impressive craft. Hopefully, diving into this gives you a bit of a new appreciation for it.
Yeah, hopefully you hear it a little differently now. If you already love anime, chances are you already appreciate the voice acting, maybe without even realizing just how much goes into it.
Exactly. It's part of the magic.